All right, first of all, we are elated to be on our bye week after a big win over VMI. Obviously, a very tough road trip, the longest road trip of the year. 8 hours up, 8 hours back, no matter where you shake it. I thought our kids handled the trip really well. I want to commend Dominique Woods, our Director of Football Operations, for doing an outstanding job taking care of our young men, getting us there safe, and obviously we had plenty to eat, and that's one of the most important things to do on the road is eat. So, but we went up there with a mission of coming back to being 1-0 this week and improving our conference record. Getting a big win before a bye week is always important. I thought we played really well at times. We took control of the game in the third quarter and got up 41-20. I was not happy by the way we finished the game, but at the end of the day, it's a win. It's on the road, and I was happy about some of the things we did. Positive things that we really did on offense. You know, we rushed for 264 yards, passed for 248. You always talk about balance, about as balanced as you can get. Of course, T. Mitchell had a big day, as well as Tyree Devins and our backup running back, our dual threat guys. They do a super job with protecting the ball. One of the biggest things that we always stress is turnover ratio. That's always our number one goal, and we won that battle 4-0, 4 takeaways and 0 turnovers. Defensively, B.J. Bowler had a really solid game, 2 interceptions. LaMarcus Bailey was all over the field. He filled up the stat sheet as always. I really thought we did a really nice job on special teams with a really big punt return there by Tucker Cannon. And then obviously they botched the snap when we were able to recover it there inside the 10-yard line. So those are some big things that happened during the game. So I'll open up for questions. Well, it's very important. And when you go to VMI, I mean, we've gone up there. The last 2 times we've visited VMI, we've basically won on the last series of the game. And we showed that to our kids last week. Tough place to play. You know, they got the cadets on their side, technically nobody on our side. We're standing over there by ourselves. And so at the end of the day, we kind of had the mantra of BYOJ, which is bring your own juice. And that's what we wanted to do. I thought we were engaged in the game for the entire, first 3 quarters. I thought we got a little loose there in the fourth quarter. But those are some of the things we got to work on. But I was happy to get the win and get back. Well, he's 14-24 on the stat sheet. However, we had 4 drops, uncharacteristically dropping the football out there. So you go 18 for 24, but he made some big-time throws, got us in the right situation most of the day. He was under some pressure at times, so I thought he made really good decisions. And, we run a lot of run-pass option, and he's got to make those decisions at a split second, and he was able to do that and get us in the end zone on several occasions. Yeah, we wanted to run the ball. We worked hard on running the ball last week. We were very disappointed at what we did at the Citadel game, and so we really wanted to rush the ball, number one, for obviously for our offensive stat sheet and our offensive stability, but we also wanted to run the ball to try to keep the ball away from them. They're very dangerous. They end up with 70 throws, which is a long day at the office. But I was happy that we got, I guess T had 25 carries and Tyree had 12 or 13 carries. So that's the kind of balance we want with those guys. And when the ball is in their hands, generally good things happen. So they're a good pair for us. Yeah, we bent but didn't break in several occasions. You knew going into the game that VMI had gained confidence because they scored 50 on Western the week before. They've gotten better and better each week, and you can just see they got a great scheme. They spread the field. Receivers make a lot of big-time plays, and we wanted to give the quarterback a lot of different looks. We dropped 8 mainly against Samford. But against VMI, we really came after the quarterback on several occasions, played some man. So we mixed it up and gave him a variety instead of just giving him the dose of dropping 8. Well, yeah, you look at where the conference race is going. It's all over the map right now. Luckily for us, we're going to be out of conference this week without a game, and then out of conference next week with a trip to Yale. So there'll be a lot of teams playing, and by the time we get back in conference, we'll know a little bit more. But right now, you just got to take care of your schedule. And right now, we've got a week off, and it comes at a really good time because we're banged up. Well, I think anytime you talk about an open week, it depends on when it comes during the season. I know last year ours came really, really late. This year it comes at a really good time. Andrew Robinson, our starting offensive guard, right guard, went out in the first quarter with an injury, and Isaiah Bueller went out in the first quarter with an injury, and neither of those guys played the rest of the game, so they're being evaluated this week, and we'll see what their status is. But we're bumped, bruised, and we've got to get a lot of kids healthy, and so we're actually going to take today off as far as practice is concerned. We're going to take Tuesday off, and we're going to practice Wednesday and Thursday, and then give them the weekend off. So we're going to try to get better at some things that we need to. We got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of things out there that we left on the field, and so what we got to do is take care of ourselves this week, get better, make it an improvement week, and then get ready to take a big trip to Yale. Now we'll do a little bit of Yale this week. We're probably going to split the practice in half, where it's going to be half, working on what things that we need to improve, and then about half working on Yale. Don't know a whole lot about Yale. First time we've ever played them. Obviously, going to play in the historic Yale Bowl, what a big thrill that will be for our team. So it's another milestone, another step in the right direction for our program. But Yale won the Ivy League last year, so I know they're really good. They beat the number 16th ranked team in the country in Maine on Saturday. So we've got our hands full at out of conference team, but these are the kind of matchups you want to play, because now you challenge. The Southern Conference is going to challenge the Ivy League, and those are the matchups you want to see. Yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to play 8 games in conference. You're going to play your money game, which will be the BCS game, and then of course the other 2 games would like to be FCS games. With one being a matchup against a really tough opponent, and so this came about with a 4-year deal with Yale. Obviously 2 here and then 2 at Yale. So be a really good, unique experience for our team to go up and play Yale and kind of see what that's all about. But again, we've got to focus in on the things we need to get better this week, and then obviously concentrate on Yale on down the road. Yeah, first of all, we're certainly saddened by the situation at Pike County. Obviously, everybody loves the game of football. It's a very difficult game to play, and our thoughts and prayers are with that entire community as they mourn the death of one of their own. As far as our football coach here at Mercer, we teach safety from day one. Safety is our number one issue. I think Amos Mansfield, our athletic trainer here, sports medicine, does an outstanding job of taking care of our young men. We've got the concussion protocol, and he's constantly checking our young men. So we feel good about where we are in that aspect. But it's a daily teaching lesson for these young men about how to play the game. And if it's played the right way, if it's taught the right way, and if you've got the people administering it the right way, then hopefully things will work out. But that's a sad situation there.
Yeah, it was a little bumpy win, kind of not what we expected, but we still came out. We got the W, and it's helping us really show us that we are the best team in the conference. I believe we're both talented in speed and strength. I feel like people take away how strong T actually is and how fast I feel like I actually am. But when you still get the label Thunder and Lightning, you're gonna feel both of us in one way or another. Oh, it's huge. We have a lot of bumps and bruises. We're all banged up, and this week is gonna get us all healthy, get us ready for Yale, which is a big task, and it's a great week for us. I think T and I need to just continue run the ball and keeping Kalen's confidence up. It helps a lot when you can run the football effectively. And Kalen, was a starter all last season, so he understands the situation. He's been here before, so this is nothing new to him. So it helps that he had that experience, and it helps that T and I can run the ball so well. Oh yeah, it's huge. It shows that any team can get beat at any moment. You can see it with us losing the Citadel. Most people didn't expect that. So Chat losing the ETSU is huge because it just shows that it's wide open. Anybody can lose to anyone at any given week. So we just got to prepare. Every game is a big game. Yeah, it's gonna be a huge task for us, but it's also gonna be great for us standings-wise if we can come out with a win, and it'll just help. Beating a top-tier team like that would just really help us with playoff push and where we'd be positioned. So it'd be a big win.
What's your relationship with some of those offensive linemen? Just speak a little bit about how key they've been this year to us running the ball.
Yeah, they've been phenomenal. They're all my guys. We all hang out. We're all really close. I love them to death, and we can always talk to them, which makes it good because we can always communicate about what they see and what we see, and it helps us really make adjustments because we can all tell each other where a cut would be, where they think someone's flowing, and it helps a lot in the running game. That's why I feel like we've been able to break so much.
Yeah, this was a big win for us. This was big for us to get like back in the SoCon race and things like that. With the loss versus Citadel, it was very detrimental to us, and with this win versus VMI, it was able to put us back up in the race and things like that. So it was a very big win for us in the program. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like crazy going back and forth between the different offenses in this game like that every week. But you know what I'm saying? We all came to work this week and we came to prepare. We knew we were gonna play a spread team, like to throw the ball around, throwing it 70 times versus West Carolina or something like that. And we just came to play. We brought our A game and we put it out on the field. We got the dub. It was a great feeling. I was kind of speechless for a sense. You know, I was just glad to go out there and put on a show for everyone and make my family proud and do what I love best, play football. Yeah, that was big for us. So we're gonna play like spread teams down the field, such as firm like throw the ball around. West Carolina puts up a lot of points. So this just gets us more prepared for those spread teams that we're gonna play in the near future. Oh yeah, I mean, being from Florida, we praise Kodak Black. He's a big artist, and I did like my little Kodak bop dance. I do with my little brothers and stuff like that. So just a little something I like to do. Like I was talking to like I said before, talking to my family all week and things like that. And going against this team like to throw the ball around, it was just a big week for me to make a name for myself, to show everyone that why I'm here, why I'm a part of this Mercer LOC defense. And I was on the phone with my parents and things like that. Saying, man, I got to go out there. I got to get at least 2 picks. I wrote it down on my play sheet, my tips and reminders. I had to let everyone know, I'm here. I'm here to ball. I'm here to play a part. And I went out there and did just that. So I'm just glad I was able to contribute to the defense. Yeah, the SoCon, as you've seen in the past couple of games, it's pretty wacky league. You got teams that were at the bottom of last year's conference beating teams that were at the top. So anything can happen in this conference, and everyone's battling for that top spot. And we're still here. So hopefully we could just win out and be SoCon champions. Yeah, I mean, as you guys seen versus VMI, we had a lot of people fall out left and right. We had, a couple starters go down. But this bye week is very, very big for us. A couple guys nicked up, and this bye week just gives us time to get back on the field and get our bodies right for Yale.